So, like I say, we read the back synopsis of the book this morning. So, I thought it sounded really interesting. Do you remember this? Hi, Margaret.
Hi.
We're doing some work from my school. Would you like to listen to me read a chapter of the book?
Yes. What's it called?
It's called A Song of Wraiths and Ruins.
So, it's basically about,
Here, I'll read the back to kind of give us
Okay.
a summary. That way we know what we're in for.
Okay.
I am recording.
Okay.
All right. For Malik, the Solstasia, I figured out that's what that word is. The Solstasia Festival is a chance to escape his war-stricken home and start a new life with his sisters in the prosperous desert city of Zaran. But when a vengeful spirit abducts his younger sister Nadia as payment to enter the city, Malik strikes a fatal deal: kill Karina, crown princess of Zaran, in exchange for Nadia's freedom. But Karina has deadly aspirations of her own. Her mother, the Sultana, has been assassinated. Her court threatens mutiny, and Solstasia looms like a knife over her neck. Grief-stricken, Karina decides to resurrect her mother through ancient magic, requiring the beating heart of a king. And she knows just how to obtain one, by offering her hand in marriage to the victor of the Solstasia competition. When Malik rigs his way into the contest, he and Karina are set on a heart-pounding course to destroy each other. But as attraction flares between them, ancient evils stir. Will they be able to see their tasks to the death?
Alright, let's do this.
And there is a sequel. Chapter 1. Malik. Abra, Abra, come and gather. A story is about to begin. The griot's voice warbled through the scorching desert air, cutting through the donkey pens and jeweled caravans that populated the tent settlement outside the city-state of Zaran's west gate. On instinct, Malik angled his body toward the storyteller's call, his grip tightening around the satchel strap slung across his chest. The griot was a stout woman, nearly a head shorter than Malik, with a face stretched wide in a tooth-bearing grin. Bone-white tattoos composed of symbols Malik could not understand, swirled on every inch of her dark brown skin. Abra, Abra, come and gather. A story is about to begin. The steady rhythm of the djembe drum now accompanied the griot's call, and within minutes, a sizable crowd had formed beneath the baobab tree where she stood. It was the perfect time for a story, too. That hour when dusk met night, and the little sunlight that remained left in the sky bright, but the world below dark. The audience sat on overturned crates and between worn carts, checking the heavens every few minutes for Bahia's comet, even though its arrival and the start of the festival, Celestia, were still hours away. The griot called a third time, and Malik took another step towards her, then another. When the Zarani had occupied his home in the Ashran Mountains, the griots had been the first to go. But the few who remained had carved their marks into Malik's soul. To listen to a griot was to enter a new world, one where heroes danced across the heavens with spirits in their wake, and gods turned mountains into being with a flick of their wrists. Malik's body seemed to move forward of its own accord, caught on the hypnotic lure of the woman's voice. There are 13.
That's a lot.
If you want me to stop, we can stop. Let's see, where were we at? He and his sisters had been traveling the The O Desert. I cannot pronounce this word. Dubai.
Abu Dhabi. No.
Yeah, Abu Dhabi. The Abu Dhabi Desert for 2 months now, with no company aside from the creaking of the false wagon bottom they hid beneath, the howling cries of the wind shifting through the dunes, and the quiet whimpers of his fellow refugees. Surely they'd be no harm in listening to just one story and letting himself forget for just a moment that they had no home to return to, and no... Malik, look out! A strong hand grabbed Malik by the collar, and he stumbled backward. Not even a second later, a leathery foot the size of a small cow slammed to the ground right where he had been standing. A shadow passed over Malik's face as the Chippewa lumbered by, throwing sand and pebbles into the air with each thundering step. Malik had heard stories of the Chippewas as a child, but none of the tales captured the creature's gargantuan size. Bred to hunt elephants on the savannah, the top of its plated head could have easily cleared the roof of his family's old farmhouse, and the sharp horn protruding from the creature's nose was nearly as large as he was. "Are you trying to get yourself killed?" snapped Leela as the Chippewa's shadow passed. His older sister glared at him over the bridge of her crooked nose. "Watch where you're going!" Reality returned to Malik like drops of water from a rusty faucet, and slowly the call to story was drowned out by cries of caravan drivers to their beasts, melodies from musicians, regaling audiences with tales of Celestia's past and other sounds of the settlement. Several people had stopped to stare at the idiot boy who had almost gotten himself trampled to death, and the weight of their gazes sent heat rushing to Malik's face. He twisted the worn leather of his satchel strap until it bit into the flesh of his palm. Shadows flickered into his peripheral vision, and Malik squeezed his eyes shut until his head hurt. "I'm sorry," he muttered quietly. A small head surrounded by a cloud of bouncy dark curls popped out from behind Layla. "Did you see that?" exclaimed Nadia. His younger sister's mouth hung open in wonder. "It was like a million feet tall. Is it here for Celestia? Can I touch it?" "It's most likely here for Celestia because everyone's here for Celestia. And don't touch anything," said Layla. She turned back to Malik. "And you, of all people, should know better than to just wander off like that." Malik's grip on his satchel strap tightened. There was no use trying to explain to his older sister the power of a call to story had over him. While he was prone to daydreaming and wandering, Layla preferred logic and plans. They saw the world differently, in more ways than one. Okay, I'm going to stop there because this is going to be like an hour-long video if we read the whole first chapter.
Yeah, but I'm actually very interested.
You are very interested?
Yeah, you made it really clear.
Yeah, it does. It's kind of it's a good book, I think.
I think so too. That's what I thought when I read the back, so that's why I got it.
What's it called?
Yeah.
It's called A Song of Race and Ruin. I can let you borrow it after if you would like to read it.
And he can read it, and we can just take the artist notice.
I don't even know if this would be in the AR system or not.
Wait, go to the front page, maybe.
Well, I just bought it yesterday, so.
Thank you for reading it to us.
You're welcome.
What was your favorite part? Did you have
My
a
favorite part was when he muttered sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny. You made it seem
He
like it was
almost got
funny.
like trampled and he was like,
Oops.
sorry.
You just kind of play that. Oops.
Alright.
Let's see. What about? Do you think you could relate to Malik in a way of seeing the world differently than your siblings see the world.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because my older sibling, he feels like he needs the protection. My younger ones, they're fine. Yeah.
Pretty much my sister, she thinks that she has to protect me everywhere she goes.
Mm-hmm.
Same with my older, but I feel that way with my younger siblings. I need to protect them because who knows what could be out there. So yeah, I see it. They see all these bright spots, and everybody has a good side, but I know I need to protect them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I can relate with that.
Yeah.
Me too. I can see both sides. Thank you for letting me read to you.
Thank
No problem.
you for that.
Thank you
reading
for
to
helping
us.
me with my homework again.
You're welcome.
See you, Mr. Jones.